Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. We're going to check in on Bitcoin, Ethereum, same names from yesterday to check in on Ripple and Link, and then we'll look at Dash. Put out a video earlier today, just a comparison of the Canadian MJ sector to the crypto space, how the hype and human emotions are similar, and just some words of caution as CNBC is now pumping that space every day. We know what happened to Bitcoin when that happened. So we just got the SEC coming out saying we are delaying the ETF decision. In my opinion, this is bullish. Pretty much anything aside from a rejection is bullish because we just rejected, 9 ETFs, and the fact that they're still kicking the can down the road here for this ETF keeps hope alive. It keeps the bulls wanting to hold on, and it keeps them looking towards the backed exchange in November, and again, the potential for this going through. So it's a carrot dangling on a string, and it's just moving a bit down the road here, and we're going to be watching for continued news on this. We have an initial bearish reaction to the delay, but the bulls are defending bearish reactions yet again. So we're looking here at key resistance of 65.80. Again, if we don't break that level, bulls prove nothing. Bears don't have to cover. Bulls aren't looking to buy. It's a key resistance. The hourly time frame, we're testing this level again. So we just got to 65.11 last time yesterday. We just broke that by $9. That's not a significant enough break. The bulls need continuation. The 5-minute time frame, the move yesterday, I highlighted how it was 15 minutes and similar BART action where we just see the big spike and then no follow through and drawn out consolidation. This move's a little bit different. It's about a half an hour of bullish action. Have to see follow through. If we do not see consolidation and continuation, again, the bears have nothing to fear. The bulls have no reason to buy, and we still stay within a tightening range, and that's what it currently looks like. So until the bulls can change that momentum and change that pattern, again, the bears are comfortable, and we're not going to see significant changes. So where we stand right now, bulls did another good job defending support on a clear bear break from that initial reaction. And let's just look at it. We dropped down to the lowest price that we had seen on the entire consolidation before the bulls saved it. So bears, let's say bulls defending support, but not seeing follow through to put any pressure on the bears. So again, in the example from yesterday, the moose is buying our heroes time, but the moose is not going to defeat the horde of bears on its own. So that's where we stand. It's essentially now, it's all up to this hourly time frame. Are we going to see this hourly 24 hours of consolidation like yesterday, or are the bulls going to be able to form a higher low and see continuation and a break of 65.80? Break 65.80 tonight, that will be notable. If you don't, I don't really care what Bitcoin does overnight. So that's pretty much what it boils down to. New hourly support, 63.37. Ethereum. So let's see what kind of reaction the Ethereum bulls are having. And the answer is pretty much nothing. So we got the low, high of the bounce, higher low, and now a tightening range. We did break the inside bar bullish, just barely. Not a lot of follow through right now. 4-hour time frame. Looks like we had an initial bearish reaction before the bulls showed up. So pretty similar here. So here's our bearish reaction on high bear volume. And then there's the bulls saying, nope, we're still in control and holding on just fine. That being said, we did not break the high of the reaction yesterday. So that's a significant difference compared to Bitcoin. The high was 216.24 and we just topped out at 214.49. So very clear lower high on the hourly. Again, ETH shorts are not concerned at all unless we break 216.24. Think about it. If you were a short, where would your stop loss level be? It would probably be at the high of that bull move. If you're a Bitcoin short and you're looking at the daily time frame in a swing position, it's all about 65.80 if you are being protective, and those levels have not broken. Ripple, shining star today. Huge follow-through move. Big day. Look at this daily inside bar bull break. And it looks like the bulls are still in control here. So 335 was the inside bar high, broke that level and exploded to the upside. And that is a very significant move. We're talking 33% in one day. So crypto is back to a certain degree here, at least Ripple is. And this is potentially having to do with some of the bigger players. Think about it. I mean, it's one of the reasons a lot of people don't like Ripple, but there's banks involved in Ripple. They have deep pockets, and they might be leading to, a bull move. They're capturing my attention. I don't care about the fundamentals of Ripple right now. And if I were looking to trade altcoins, I would say, hey, we just changed the weekly trend. And this is one of the more bullish altcoins that we can find in the entire cryptocurrency space. And it's going to start grabbing attention. It's going to start grabbing headlines. And if I were in a project and wanted it to get noticed, just like Binance, when Binance was holding on just fine, no longer the case, but it was holding up much better than Bitcoin. Binance, that was a newsworthy title, and it got attention. And now we're seeing the potential that Ripple is going to get some of that attention as well, again, because it is seeing bullish action when the entire sector itself is not. So we are currently about to test the high here. That high is 457, and after that resistance level, 463 and 470. So again, significant move. There's no doubt about that. This is the biggest bull day that Ripple has seen since April, and maybe even going to be pushing, competing to test those. It's a very notable day. Look at the bull volume here. So the bull volume that we're seeing, just going to make a mark on the chart. It's high. That's the bottom line. So very significant move. In terms of consolidation, we just formed a little, let's see, we had a huge upper wick. We came back, established support, a little higher low, continuation. And right now, it's a potential top fishing bearish entry, actually. You know, if you make a bearish entry, you would exit if 4571 were to break. And that's a pretty decent risk to reward entry right there. But we're looking at 45 and then that 457 resistance, and support is 432. And then the next support after that is a long ways away, which is why it's not a bad bearish entry if we do stall out and can't break resistance. Next support would be all the way down here at 395. So let's see if the bulls are going to be able to hold on and break that resistance level. Hourly time frame, significant move, definitely overextended. The 4-hour time frame RSI is overextended. Potential volume climax candlestick. This candlestick is only just over half over. So we're going to see the highest 4-hour volume candlestick in a very long time. So we're watching for the potential of a climax. And let's see if we do have to consolidate further from here. And when we do consolidate, we will anticipate a 4-hour higher low. So this is really going to grind the gears of some of these people that are not fans of Ripple, but it is the most bullish coin that I have seen in the cryptocurrency space in the last couple of days. And it is gaining attention. We have a news bot in the chat room now, and the amount of articles and pumping that Ripple is doing is, number one, intentional in my opinion, but number two, there's clearly a lot of information, a lot of articles, and a big push being made on Ripple over the last 2 days. Link USD. So I was made aware that Link USD was part of a pump. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of people looking to pump it. I obviously had no part in that. I just saw an equilibrium and said, hey, this is a clear pattern that we can trade off of. And obviously it broke bullish. The clear bull break was at 362. The confirmation of the break was 371 breaking. And it ran all the way up to 44. So if you entered at 362, that is a 20% move to the high. And obviously it happened very quickly, but it was worthy of a flip. If you make that bull entry, you have 2 hours to take that profit, lock it in, and get that solid gain. At this point, we are looking at a tightening range, and we can see it better on the 15-minute time frame, this equilibrium here. High of the bull move and the breakout. Low of consolidation. Lower high. And we actually did just barely break support here. So we're getting a little choppy. We broke a little bit of support, we broke a little bit of resistance, and we're staying within this range. I would say 388 is resistance and 37 is support. And we'll see which direction we break. We might need further consolidation here. The 4-hour time frame still looking pretty healthy, but if we do break 3.7 and then 3.64, there's a lack of support immediately nearby. So the daily time frame had made a clear bull break. The weekly time frame has clearly changed the trend now. We're continuing with weekly higher lows, and we just broke lower highs, and it's the highest price today that we have seen since back in May. So very significant 4-month highs on Link, and definitely don't want to be caught in a pump if that is the case and there's not a fundamental reason for this move, but just remain protective and then you'll be fine. Stop losses are key. So you can see the 4-hour equilibrium here with the high, low, lower high, higher low, tightening range. Should see a break by tomorrow morning. And here's Dash. So I'm highlighting Dash and have been covering it consistently because it too is a tightening daily pattern. And Link gave us a really nice break, so we'll see if Dash is going to give us a really nice break as well. We have a double low, 170.43 and 170. And in terms of resistance, the bulls need to break 201 and 206.26. So again, we could trade within this range for another week plus, but when that break does occur, things are getting tight to the point where we should get some solid follow through. And the weekly time frame for Dash is trying to form this little higher low and then see a bull break for continuation to change this trend like Ripple has already done. Again, at this point, you want to be looking on the weekly time frame for altcoins and finding anybody that's changed the trend, and there's certainly not many of them. Ripple is definitely standing out for that reason, and pretty much everybody wants to see the entire crypto space change these weekly trends, and we need a lot of follow through. And we need Bitcoin to lead the way. 65.80, 67.50 for Bitcoin would put us in the middle of this weekly equilibrium. And here is the continued tightening range on the weekly chart. So still looking towards the end of September, early October for a clear break on this weekly pattern. And now that the ETF decision has been delayed and we don't have a volatile break, it might even go to mid to end October. Who knows? We could stay tight. And if we do, we'll expect volume to continue to drop off if that is the case. So overall, heading into tomorrow, it's all about 65.80. It's all about what this consolidation looks like. Is it going to be the same thing with the lack of any follow through? If it is, bears are just fine. If it is not and we see continuation, shorts are going to have to start to cover. Keep an eye on Ripple. It is definitely giving the most bullish indication in the crypto space right now. This chart has gone 100% since these lows, just under 100%. And that's notable. Gains like that, whether you like the coin or not, are going to get people's attention again and get people interested in this space again with opportunity. So I hope you all continue to do good things out there. Had a thought in the shower today, or yesterday, as I was sitting down. And yes, I sit down in the shower because I like hot waterfalls. You should probably try it sometime. And I was thinking about how I was raised and my mother. And I was thinking about how a lot of people here probably have children. So one thing that we see parents do is this overbearing, controlling, and it's understandable. You love your children. You want to protect them. You want the best for them. But it's very important to give them a leash. And my lesson from my parents was they gave me a really long leash, and they gave me the chance. They said, be honest, be truthful, give us your trust, and if you don't abuse that, here's your leash. Go run wild. And I did not abuse their trust, and so I had an extremely long leash. In high school, if there was a party, I could sleep out and just sleep over at a friend's house because the last thing they want me to be doing is driving or getting into a car with someone who's driven. They went to high school as well. They know that there's alcohol around, and we're not going to follow the law and wait till we're 21 to drink. So they were very lenient in that sense, even just down to school. I missed 15 days of school a year because my mom would say, if you don't feel like going, you don't have to go. She knew that you needed a personal day and that to go every single day to school is insanity. Speaking of which, one of my best buddies received a letter from the president because he went to school every single day from 1st to 12th grade, which absolutely blows my mind. He's late for everything, but he didn't miss a day of school, which is astounding. The bottom line for me is give your children a chance to earn your trust and to keep it. And again, to have that leash. I had an incredible childhood, an incredible high school experience, and I was very prepared for college and able to focus on my grades and on my classes because I wasn't, concerned with doing the partying thing and getting wasted and doing all that. I had experienced it enough in high school that it wasn't all new, and I didn't have all of a sudden this immense freedom that had been stifled my entire life because I had eased into it and eased into my adulthood through high school because my parents gave me that leash. So I would just want to give, and what really brought this thought up for me was remembering my mom, remembering being stressed about a spelling test in 5th grade or a presentation I need to make on Abraham Lincoln in 6th grade. And one thing my mom would always say when she could see me stressed was, this is going to have no impact whatsoever on the rest of your life. And, definitely you want your kids to have good study habits and things like that. But she was completely right. That spelling test meant nothing. And to waste time stressing and to decrease your quality of life because you're getting anxiety about these little nitpicky things that do not matter on the grand scheme of things, that is a lesson that, while she told it to me, I say, it's easy to brush it off and be like, no, it's the here and now. This is my life. It is important. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not important. So important to give your kids some breathing room. I appreciate you watching. Some more Iceland videos. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night.